tunes. Who wants to start?
Righto. Lepper, you got interest in Clayton Oliver?
It's come in late, hasn't it? Like it's something we want to do our due diligence on, that's for sure. Like every player that crosses our desk, but there's still a bit of work to go. I think in a couple of days we'll know whether we want to continue that or not. But right now, just doing our work.
Have you spoken to him?
No, not at all. So just with his management group, and we'll go through the process. Yeah.
What do you weigh up with a Clayton Oliver? What are you weighing up as how hard you want to go, and what are the sort of things you need to tick off?
Probably the same with every player. You want to focus on the deal itself. Is that a good thing for the club? Is it a good thing for our culture? Is it a good fit positionally? We go through that with every player we speak to, so we'll go through the same process.
How much does the fact that it's such clearly a well-known bumper contract affect things from your perspective as
in Clayton's
the financial? Yeah, with Clayton and Melbourne.
Yeah, of course, that's a factor. There's talk that his contract, you may not have to pay the whole lot. Again, we haven't even gone through those steps yet. We just have to go through those processes. I know we want all the answers now. I don't have them all, so otherwise I'd let you know.
On surface value though, I mean due diligence aside, if we can sort of get to that point, is he the sort of player, football alone, that you'd obviously love to have?
Oh, he's a good player. I mean, we know we have spots over the years to got to reshape our midfield. We do have an ageing midfield. I think you guys might have told us that most days over the course of the year, so we understand that. And Clayton's still got a few good years left in him as well. So yeah, of course, on the surface it seems like a really good thing for us to pursue. That's why we're doing that.
Has he expressed an interest to come to you guys?
No, not as yet. No.
Brady Mychek, how disappointing was it to see him go?
Yeah, it was. In some ways, it's also good to see a player want to refresh at a new club. I mean, we've been fortunate enough to have Tom Mitchell come to us at the end of his career and give us the last few years of his career and be terrific. And we saw what Tim Membry has done for us this year as well. You probably see it a bit more and more guys at the end of their career sort of using those last couple of years to freshen up and get the last good years out of them. So we wish him well. He's a premiership player for us. He'll always be a Collingwood person.
Where do things sit with Mason Cox?
He's a weight, unfortunately. You hate to sort of have that as a condition of players that have been at your club for such a long period of time. Again, premiership players and important guys, but it's going to be a list spot thing for Mason. He's aware of that, and he just wants to go through the process, and he really wants to still be on the list next year, but that's a decision probably for the end of trade period.
Just back on Mychek, are you expecting that to be a trade, or will it be for an agency?
Unsure. You had one quick chat with Melbourne about that. They've flagged the possibility of it being a trade, but we'll go through that with them.
Is Bobby Hill at the club?
He's at the club. Yeah, Bobby's staying at the club. Yes.
Expecting for Jack Buller to get done early or a bit later in the week?
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm hoping we get Jack done as soon as possible. But again, we have to appease the Swans. We've had a really quick chat to them about that. They also have a few things going on. So, you always want it done on day one. I'm sure the player wants it done on day one as well. It's not always the case.
We understand there was some interest in Stephen May too that may have cooled a little bit. Can you give us the latest there?
Yeah, we won't be pursuing Stephen, but we did speak to him and again did that due diligence, and we have come to a result on that one. Wish him well. He's a good guy, and I hope he finds the spot he wants to land at.
Why not?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Was that Bailey Humphries? Is some of the clubs having a crack at it? I think a few big clubs having a look at him.
Yeah, Bailey, obviously we looked at Bailey last year. Look, he's obviously a highly talented player. Gold Coast are pretty adamant that they don't want to get rid of him and hold the contract, you hold the whip hand. So that's where that sits at the moment. It'd probably pie in the sky thinking we can get that done, but I guess every club wants good players. So, but at this point in time, it's highly unlikely.
Even the race for Charlie Kerner?
No, we weren't in the race for Charlie Kerner, no.
How do you see your list in terms of, laughing about the age, but in terms of still competing and still bringing in some young kids coming through, or are you with it holistic?
Yeah, we want to do that. I mean, that's where Jack Buller at 24, we feel he's not a kid, but he's also he's a good player. We've watched him a lot this season, and he plays like us. He's a 199 competitive player at the air and on the ground. I think he'll suit us really well. But you're right, we have to find a way to continually evolve without going to the very bottom. That's the challenge, isn't it? But we want to keep being successful or competitive for our fans. Look, we did get to prelim final day and a half-time we're in front. Who could have known? So I know we all measure success only off a premiership win, but we've got close enough with this current group that we just need to, we think, do some things around the edges and we'll be close again.
Is there any chance Tom Mitchell's on the list next year, or would it be a place to decide?
Oh, we've said to Tom to look around and to find something. We hope he does. Again, another premiership player for us and a well-respected member of our footy club, but we hope he does find that new club. Yeah.
It was tough with Bobby, but you feel like he's obviously committed to you, but you feel like you can put in the work to help him have a better year on and off the field.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, everyone knows Bobby had some challenges off the field this year, and I think he's on top of those now, getting on top of those. So it is hard, when you're dealing with those things and also concentrating on the field. He found that a challenge to do both this season, but even he messaging me the last few days about how excited he is for next season and he's training hard and where he's at. So he's fully committed to this group and we are to him. So
This fortnight feels like it gets bigger every year. This certainly gets bigger every year. What does it look like for you? How much sleep do you get?
Going to bed's okay. Sometimes you wake in the middle of the night and you're counting points in your head and silly things like that. But obviously it's just such a condensed period. Most other sports in the world, this will go for months and it's a bit more of a drawn-out process. But you have to get it right, given it's such a small window.
Would you prefer a deadline as opposed to a period?
Yeah, probably. I prefer it to go probably somewhere into round 5 or 6 throughout the season. That's my personal view, because you see it all the time. Guys get injured throughout pre-season and, you can potentially make changes, or a ruck goes down in March and you're sort of stuck till mid-season sometimes. So, yeah, it'd be good to have a little bit more flexibility once the ball's bounced to still make decisions. Yeah.
Thanks, Leppitsch.
All good, thank you.
Thank you.